Jones, see, they're all about imaging. They don't like it that I'm sitting here in a decent studio, well-spoken, talking to you. See, that has a higher level of gravitas and dignity than a homeless person. And a lot of those homeless people are vets, or they're people that have really lived and experienced trauma, and they're freaked out by the incredible realities, and it makes them go crazy. Many philosophers have said you'll get a lot better idea about the world sometimes from an old homeless man. But see, he's a slick guy in a fancy studio with a suit. And that's their message. We have more credibility than Alex Jones. Because they talk softly, they're condescending, they laugh at me. Here it is.
A day. Such is the case for Alex Jones, a man who trades in such sinister conspiracy theories, you have to wonder if he really believes half of what he says. Dan Harris went to Texas to find...
Every 5 seconds, another psych warfare operation. Now they're implying I don't have credibility. I'm just making this stuff up. You have to wonder. See, they don't put the issue on the table, is a world government forming? Are they putting things in the water to make us servile and to sterilize us? Is bisphenol A in the printer ink, in most of the products to sterilize you? I have the government documents talking about it. Of course it is. 5 years ago, they'd laugh at you and say bisphenol A isn't a problem, shut up, kooks. I had media attack me 5 years ago about bisphenol A. Now they admit it and are pulling it off the shelves. 100% it does it. Thousands of studies. They've known for 6 decades. So see what he's doing? See what he just did right there? They make it about, do you like how Alex looks? Does he even believe what he's saying? It's about whether you believe in me. Because that's all they've got. They're slick. They've got fancy studios. They've got good-looking, well-spoken people. Everyone chosen off of Q scores with focus groups on can they sell this to people. See, with them, it's all packaging. And so they want you to go off packaging, not go out and find out if Alex is telling you the truth, because when you do go research, you'll find out not only am I telling you the truth, it's far bigger than I can even describe. The world's far too big and complex. But in almost every case, it bends towards even being darker than I can even imagine. You can look at their white papers, their documents, but the reality of the tyranny is so much more real than just talking about it. You know, if I say car wreck, dead bodies on the highway, you can image that. But isn't it even more real to drive down the road and see smashed bodies and guts smeared on the road? You ever seen that? I've seen that a few times. I've seen people decapitated on the side of the road. But see, I can tell you about that, but until you've seen it, until you pulled over to help people when a Corvette flips 5 or 6 times and there's people with their heads chopped off and blood squirting out. Oh yeah, I pulled right off when there's blood spurting. You say, what are you talking about? I'm explaining to you that they want you to only have the image. Do you believe ABC or do you believe Alex? And I'm saying you can't believe Alex Jones or ABC. You've got to go out and see the car wreck of tyranny, of the New World Order, of lying about WMDs, of lying about derivatives for yourself. You've got to experience losing your job. You've got to experience your 10-year-old getting cancer from the vaccines. You've got to experience your 18-month-old going into a convulsion when they're given the MMR shot. To really know that I'm not lying to you, you've got to experience the CPS coming and taking your child. I know them. What did I say last week? I said every time I see an abuse case, almost every time, and it's really horrible, some crackhead with a 4-year-old child who weighed 15 pounds. A 6-month-old supposed to weigh 15 pounds. There was a case in New York. And it turned out the CPS had known for years and did nothing. But if you're a healthy, good-looking family with a blonde-haired, blue-eyed baby that they want, they'll take your child for nothing. But if you're some poor black baby that the system doesn't care about because this is a eugenics operation, they let her starve her little 4-year-old daughter to death. She was found in a crap-filled bed chained down, 15 pounds, looking worse than a concentration camp victim. What did I say last week? I said I've seen these cases over and over again. The really horrible, you'll hear CPS needs more funding in Texas or Florida or New York or Michigan because, oh, they let this family do this to their kid. Turns out they were having visits every week to the house and wouldn't take the child from this crackhead that wouldn't feed her baby. But your child falls out of a tree and breaks their arm, and is 4 years old or 5 years old or 6 years old or climbs up on a picnic table and falls off, they're going to take your child because they got families that want that little child. And those families are given a backstory. They don't know the child was stolen by CPS. All right, I'm already digressing. That's my point, is this all just feeds out into thousands of other issues and topics and points. All right, continue with the piece. Here it is.
Now, are you for Hitler or against Hitler? Whatever they say, it's the opposite. They never tell.
What? I mean, again, I mean, every second, what does that mean? I said this global government has many of the same policies and eugenics ideas of Hitler. And so you're either for Hitler or you're against Hitler. You're either for this New World Order or you're against it. This New World Order is Hitlerian. What do? They just have me up there saying you're either for Hitler or against it to send a message that, was that guy just saying he might be for Hitler? They took a 3-second clip, back it up. Back up to the start. I'm not going to interrupt it anymore until we go to break, and we'll come back and play the rest. Please. Now, I've just played 20 seconds of this, and I've had to stop it 4 times because everything is to confuse people and make them hate me. And to go, what is this lunatic talking about? You're either for Hitler or against it, no context? I gave context. They were here all day, and they took 6-7 months to come up with a 6.5-minute piece of total confusion. Here it is.
If you were to stand on a street corner hollering that the government is poisoning our water supply, you'd probably get little more than eye rolls and head shakes. But do the same thing in a radio booth, you might just get 1 million listeners a day. Such is the case for Alex Jones, a man who trades in such sinister conspiracy theories, you have to wonder if he really believes half of what he says. Dan Harris went to Texas to find out.
Are you for Hitler or against Hitler? Whatever they say, it's the opposite. They never tell the truth.
To Alex Jones, the world is a very dark place.
America has been captured. America is being robbed. We are now being looted like a third world nation. Well, I'm not going to sit down and shut up. World government means world tyranny run by a scientific dictatorship of control freaks that want to carry out forced population reduction.
Do you actually believe everything you say?
I believe all of it, absolutely. What I'm telling is the truth.
None of it is, you know, a shtick, a show at all?
No, it's all true.
Jones is arguably the nation's premier purveyor of what could be called paranoia porn.
The Obama deception. The truth strikes back. I'm live in 30 seconds.
All right. His 6-day-a-week radio show and webcast reach an estimated 1 million people a day.
This federal intrusion is out of control.
And on YouTube and elsewhere, Jones estimates 200 million people have seen his various documentaries.
We're taking our destiny back! You're not our gods or our masters!
With titles like The Fall of the Republic, Endgame, Blueprint for Global Enslavement, and The Obama Deception. Do you think Obama's a criminal?
Barack Obama is definitely an unconstitutional criminal.
Jones espouses a litany of conspiracy theories, although he thinks that term belittles his reporting. FEMA's running concentration camps?
All right.
Yes.
We're going to come back and play the rest of it. And I've already made all my comments. It's just everything in that piece is manipulation. Even the clips of my films they used were meant to be confusing. Like, what is he doing? We'll be right back.